Education for all. According to Article 26 of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, everyone owns the right to attain education. But this is not the case everywhere. Let me start from the beginning. Education is of the utmost importance in human life. But why? That's because it results in the development of an individual, a family, a society, a nation, and the world. It gives rise to the comfort of human life, the independence of humans, and many more. An individual belonging from a family dealing with penury can change his or her family's future if that individual gains education, and this has been proved by many of the cases. Indeed, education has its advantages. But why many children are out of school is because education is expensive. Families who don't even have their basic needs can't afford it. So whenever they attain money, they focus on the basic needs and not on the education of their children. Many of the families even send their children to work outside as a domestic worker in order to make money for the basic needs, which leads to child labor. Our country, India, does have government schools where education is delivered to children at free of cost. But with reference to the population of our country, not enough are those schools for the education of all the children of India. Some more complaints are that the government schools doesn't provide a proper education as many of the essential subjects are ruled out of it. Some of those schools doesn't even have proper teachers and infrastructure. So there remains a big difference between the education of the private schools and the education of the government schools. Education should be an equal opportunity for all, and for the sake of the development of our country, our nation, education should be taken into account by the government. The veracity behind India's education is quite shocking and disturbing. There are at least 35 million children who are uneducated. So, the government should take steps to establish good government schools, especially in villages, which can provide proper education. And he must ensure that no difference is left between the education of the private schools and government schools. After all, education is the most powerful weapon which can change the